What's up guys, my name is Ace, and welcome to today's episode of Advanced Warfare Maps Exposed. The series where I cover all of the lines of sight, jumps, and spots that I know of, and every one of the maps in Advanced Warfare. In today's episode, we're going to be covering the map Detroit. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so starting it off with the B flag, I'm going to show you the most popular capture spot for the B flag, and this is the one that I use most of the time. You just basically head glitch over top of that. That way, anybody coming around the corner right here, they have to come all the way around the corner to get a full view of you, and by the time they do that, you can usually pick them off. It doesn't work so well, however, if they end up coming to this door right here, because you are wide open. But other than that spot right there, there aren't really any special areas that you can capture. One thing I also want to show you is how to counter that particular spot, especially if you're coming from the A flag direction. All you have to do is shoot just below the A here, and just fire right through that wall, right at about that height. You'll kill that guy every single time. He won't even stand a chance. You'll just destroy him as he's standing right in there. It doesn't work so great from the other side because it really depends on where you're standing as far as where it goes. But you can also just kind of spray through until you get hit markers, and you may end up getting a kill. And that works for pretty much anywhere on that B flag area. As for the C flag, my favorite place to capture most of the time is right here. It's a little bit better than being inside this can right here, this canister, because if somebody comes up like this and they're coming to defend the C flag, it's very easy for them to see you. Whereas right here, a lot of the times they'll kind of miss you, and you can look towards where the school is. You're a very small target for people coming from that direction, and it's probably one of the best places to capture that flag. Another option though, just to kind of throw them off every now and then, is to capture from on top of right here. You are extremely exposed, but it's usually not the first place they look, so sometimes it'll give you that split second of an advantage in a gunfight. Now, if you've played this map before, you will probably know that this corner right here is a major hotspot on this map, and this head glitch right here is really effective for locking down this entire area. A great way to get a line of sight on them is to simply jump on top of these blue barricades right here, and look at that. Perfect line of sight on them. You can crouch and get out of their line of sight, and then stand up, take your shot, crouch again, and it's a great place to pick those people off. Just keep in mind that obviously your entire left side is completely exposed to the middle of the map, so you will want to have some map control over towards the B flag before trying to take a shot like this. Now, getting into the middle building, if you expect enemies to be coming from this doorway right here, which is actually very common, especially right off the initial rush, they've got all this junk basically piled up on this desk, so you can't get a good line of sight on them. You can, however, jump up on top of these chairs right here, and you can shoot through this glass to kill them. You're very hard to see through there, and they don't typically know that you're going to be there. It's very hard for them to see that you're going to be through there. You do lose a little bit of bullet damage this way, though. So instead, you can also come all the way over onto this side of the chairs, and you can shoot through this gap right here. You're still very hard for them to see, and you definitely have the advantage in this gunfight. And this time, you don't lose any bullet damage. Now, coming from this direction, once again, this is that corner that's a really big hotspot. A great way to counter people that are coming around that corner and trying to challenge is to lay down right here and shoot underneath this van. Gives you an awesome line of sight towards them, and you can pick them off. They'll have no idea where the shots are even coming from, and you'll kill them really, really easily. Now, if you're trapped sort of at the A flag area, which is a pretty common occurrence on this map because of the way the spawns work, a lot of the times enemies will sit like right here and they'll use this railing for cover, and they'll just pick you off as you come out of spawn. I have a great line of sight to take care of those guys. It's very, very simple, and they typically don't expect it. I don't think I've been killed out of this spot yet. So basically all you have to do is jump up on top of these blue barricades right here. It's best with a sniper rifle, but works well with like an AK-12 or any longer range assault rifle as well. And all you have to do is, as you can see, if you crouch, you have cover, stand up, you have a perfect line of sight on them, and you can take your shot. The same thing also applies for these blue barricades right here, but these ones are a little bit better for also getting you a line of sight over towards that corner there where enemies will love to come around that corner. So you can pick them off as they come around that corner. They try to head glitch the edge of that little orange thing there. You can easily take your shot there if you have a sniper rifle, and you can still challenge people that are using that railing as cover. Now right here is just a really common place that I want to show you that will sometimes catch people off guard. It caught me off guard for the first couple of times, but then I noticed people are using this quite often, especially with a sniper rifle. Is they'll hop up right here and they'll sort of use this wall for cover, and they'll pick you off if you're there, or if you're just coming mid-street, they'll easily pick you off, and they can even get a bit of a line of sight into the school as you try to cross over through that doorway. I have a much better spot than this, though. Like, if you're a guy that uses that spot often, I have a better spot for at least getting a line of sight into the doorway of the school, and that is jumping up right here and sort of head glitching over top of this. Look at that. Nice line of sight. Really easy to pick people off. Also, you do have to be aware that you can be picked off from people right here, but all you have to do is crouch and you're safe from them. Now, if you want to get a little bit closer and still counter the guys that are standing in that doorway right there, you can just jump right up on top of this right here. You lay down and just sort of edge your way over. You can shoot right through these cracks here, and they're going to have a very hard time seeing you through there, so you'll be able to pick them off just about every time. Now, kind of on the other end of things, if you have your enemies spawning near the A flag area over there, all you have to do is jump up right here. This is great for sniper rifles, not really all that great for assault rifles, but you can get a little bit of a line of sight. And as you can see that entire rooftop area right there. And that's a very popular place. I don't know why people go there, but a lot of the times people will just lay on top of that and try and shoot back. They will have no chance against you if you're up here, because if you crouch, you're hidden from them. Stand up, you have a perfect line of sight on them. Also, this gives you a line of sight to the top of that area I just was before we recorded this spot. Right on top there, and you can pick them off through there, and also crouch to take a little bit of cover from them. Now, right in here, I have a really situation-dependent line of sight. This one isn't going to get you kills, but it's a great way to sort of check and see if somebody's coming down this area right here towards where the A flag is. This one is very situation-dependent, like I said, but if you're back here, you can actually watch right through that little gap right there. Like I said, you're not going to be able to get a shot through there and actually kill your enemy, but you'll see him coming. He'll zip past that little opening, and you'll know he's coming, and you can prepare for him, or you can call them out to your teammates. Also, it's a great place to counter. If you have enemies that like to head glitch right here, you can maybe get a line of sight through there and actually get a shot on him. It's not really all that likely. He'll have to back off like this, and you'll have to have it so he's not moving at all. So it's not really all that likely, but it's still a spot that I want you to be aware of. Now, if I decide to attack the C flag from the middle street area instead of going through the building or through that building over there, I like to come up where these blue barricades are. Just mantle on top of them. I can have a quick peek up here to see if someone's camping in that window, and usually somebody is. I have a nice line of sight on this entire area, and I can sort of peek around here, and I can see over top of a few things just to see what's going on, see if I see any movement, and then I know how I can challenge enemies that are over here. I know where they are, or I'll generally know what's going on in this area before moving up. One more spot I have to show you is really useful in Hardpoint, because one of the Hardpoint locations is right in this parking garage. Is if you have control of the hardpoint and they're coming from that direction over there, you can lay down right here and you can see their feet as they come around this corner. So you can challenge them, you can shoot them in the feet, and then you'll know as they come around the corner exactly where they'll be, and you can kind of fire all the way through as they come around the corner, and they'll be damaged by the time they do, and you'll win that gunfight a lot of the time. Similarly, if you're attacking the other side, sometimes you might want to lay down and just see if anybody's maybe sitting right in here or something like that. And you might take them off guard, but if they're already camping like this and they're waiting for you, they'll likely pick you off before you get around that corner. Alright guys, so I decided to sneak in one more little wallbang spot on this map. So right here is a very common gunfight, especially when you get into competitive modes like Search and Destroy. I'm talking like when you're playing MLG or Ranked Play. This is a very key gunfight to win right here when you're inside this room and your enemy is on that head glitch. So instead of actually having to expose yourself to challenge him, you can wallbang this guy. All you have to do is back up into the corner of this room where he doesn't have a line of sight on you, and you want to aim right around this point right here. As you can see on the wall, there's like 3 different panels. You want to aim a little bit more to the right side of the panel closest to the doorway, and you might just want to pop a few shots through there, see if you get any hit markers. If you do, then just go full auto with it, and you just might get a kill. If anything, you're going to make that guy back off, and then you can poke out and you can post up on him and wait for him to try and challenge you. You may not get the kill every single time with this, but hey, even if it gets you 1 kill, it'll be worth it. So that's going to wrap it up for today's episode of Maps Exposed on Detroit. Let me know in the comment section below which one of the maps you'd like to see me cover next. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.